T-U-R-T-L-E Power. T-U-R-T-L-E Power. T-U-R-T-L-E Power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Darkradar Productions.
Thank you for tuning into the channel. Darkradar coming at you with a review video. And if you're a fan of the original 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live-action movie, the Neca have unveiled the line of action figures you've always wanted. Things look like they came straight out of the movie. These figures are based off of the first live-action 1990s movie that the Turtles franchise ever came out with. Here's a little history right quick. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird and started out as an independent comic by Mirage Studios. The OG comics were pretty dark, not really intended for children. These comics debuted in 1984. When I came across the Turtles, it was through the cartoon that came out in December of 1987 and went onwards of November of 1996 for a total of 10 seasons. The cartoon was definitely tailored for kids so that they can sell toys. Needless to say, when I saw the live action movie, I was pleasantly surprised. This is a movie that takes itself seriously, which is a lot to say considering the title of the movie. These 2-pack sets retailed for $59.99 and are exclusive to Walmart stores. When Neca originally released the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures back in 2018, it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It was a 4-pack which had all 4 brothers, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello, and was featured in a VHS-style packaging reminiscent to the original VHS tapes that came out. These retailed for $125. You also had the option to bundle it with the diorama for a total of $250. So as per mentioned, the 2-packs of the brothers were exclusive to Walmart, and GameStop had exclusivity when it came to the solo packs. These 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie figures by Neca are heavily counterfeited, so keep that in mind when you shop online. The counterfeits usually come in the 4-pack or the solo packs and have major quality control issues. I haven't seen any counterfeits online in the 2-packs. And how do I know this? Well, it just so happens that I happen to have a bootleg right here to compare. Right off the bat, you notice the discrepancy in the color. The wash around the nose in particular is faded. The skin tones are like night and day. And the crazy thing about it all is that the bootlegs cost as much as the genuine figures did at retail. And without further ado, let's get them out of the packaging and take a closer look. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my brother from another mother, Deficit 420, for tracking these down for me and then shipping them out to me. Good looking out. Perfect! Now on to some quick measurement. Leonardo stands about 6 1/4 inches. Donatello stands about 6 1/2 inches. Michelangelo stands about 6 1/4 inches. And last but not least, Raphael stands about 6 1/2 inches as well, making them just under the 1/12 scale. Let's have a look at the sculpt and the design. First to the spotlight is none other than the party dude himself, Michelangelo. Neca, which is the acronym for National Entertainment Collectibles Association, has basically accurately recreated what Jim Henson Studios, yes that Jim Henson, did back in 1990 when they worked on the suits for the movie. The attention to detail is impeccable, everything from the grooves in the shell to the veins in the arms. Michelangelo has his iconic orange bandana and signature nunchucks, not to mention his never-ending smirk. On to the more assertive, somewhat leader of the pack, Leonardo. He is rocking his blue bandana as well as brandishing his favorite twin katanas. Being the more mature of the brothers, he feels a responsibility of protecting them, which also puts him under a lot of stress and pressure. Hence, why he always has a serious look and demeanor about himself during the live-action movie. Next up, we have the inventive guy of the crew, the brains of the bunch, Donatello, fashioning his purple bandana and gripping that bow staff of his. Again, I can't help but to mention how super detailed these figures are. From the wash to the sculpts themselves, the muscle definition, the liver spots, the scales, the belt with actual straps. Unbelievable. Straight out of the movie. And last in order, but not of importance over the others, is the hothead of the group, but for some reason the most loved, Raphael, wearing his favorite color red bandana, pointing to what looks like his favorite stabby things, the twin side. Leonardo, Michelangelo both share the same body molds. Donatello, Raphael share the same body molds. All different head sculpts, of course. So for sculpt and design, I rate these 25 out of 25. Perfect! On to the paints and deco of these Neca 1990s live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. For this segment, we will use Raphael and Leonardo to demonstrate, being that Raphael and Donatello share the same body molds, and Leonardo and Michelangelo share the same body molds. As you can see, when it comes to the wash of these figures, Neca has really paid attention to detail. Everything from the liver spots, the bruising on the arms and legs, how the skin tones vary throughout the figure, as opposed to just being one type of green, the shading on the chest plate area. It's evident Neca didn't take any shortcuts when it comes to these figures, just ask Bootleg Leo. So for paints and deco, I rate a 25 out of 25. Perfect! In this segment, we will cover the articulation and posability of these Neca 1990 live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. They all share the same exact 30 points of articulation, meaning that the head, neck, limbs, as well as ab crunch all have moving joints. Head is on ball joints and has a full range of motion. Onto the arms. Arms swing all the way around. There's double jointed elbows. You viewers can't hear it, but the thing about these figures is that they make quite a bit of noise when you are articulating them. I believe that is due partly to how stiff that these figures come right out of the packaging. The legs can move upwards and backwards a little due to the shell being in the way. Let's remove these sai. We are definitely going to talk about these sai and all the other accessories and weapons. Ankles on ankle rockers so they can pivot pretty well. You can even get some Spider-Man poses. You could do a split to a degree. The belt gets in the way of that, hindering it, as you can see. Torso articulation. Yes, we have ab crunch. Although because of the shell, the torso articulates side to side much more greater than front to back. Look at that detail. And they stand pretty well on their own, as you can see. So although there are 30 points of articulation, just keep in mind the joints can be relatively stiff. Articulation and Posability, 21 out of 25. Quality Control and Accessories. As you can see, these Neca 1990s movies Turtles 2-packs come with a litany of accessories. Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello all come with an extra pair of interchangeable hands to achieve different grips and gestures, and can all be swappable amongst the figures. They each come with their own slice of pizza as well. Each come with their respective weapons. Raphael with his twin side, Michelangelo with his dual nunchaku, Leonardo with his katana blades, and Donatello with his bow staff. Let's have a closer look at Raphael's twin side. A word of caution, the twin side katana blades, the plastic used for it doesn't feel very sturdy and feels like it could snap at any moment. Here's a look at Michelangelo's nunchaku. Uses a bendy wire so you can get some cool effects. Keep in mind that the bendy wire is prone to popping out, but you can pop it right back in. Onto Leonardo's katana blades. Again, plastic used is very finicky. As you can see, one of them's already bent, so I'm afraid that it'll snap at any moment. The hands. And then Donatello's bow staff. We will use Michelangelo to demonstrate the removal and application of the extra bandanas that come with these figures. What you want to do is twist it out very gently and then twist the other one in ever so gently as well, as these can snap at any moment. So exercise caution when handling these. As I mentioned, they come straight out of the packaging, very stiff, so there isn't much give. Keep that in mind. So as far as accessories and quality control, the only gripes I have really are the plastic used for the weapons, feels a little finicky in my opinion, and the stiffness in the joints of the figures themselves, not having any give or really room for error. Quality control and accessories, 19 out of 25. So for a quick recap, sculpt and design scored 25 out of 25. Paint and deco scored 25 out of 25 as well. Articulation and posability scored 21 out of 25. Quality control and accessories scored 19 out of 25. Totaling 90 points out of 100, giving these figures a grade of A. To sum it all up, NECA, National Entertainment Collectibles Association's recreation of these 1990s live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures are spot on as far as accuracy goes. These figures are almost perfect. In fact, if they would use a more pliable plastic for weapons and allowed for more give when it comes to the articulation, the joints feel like they could snap at any given moment if you're heavy-handed like myself, and that can be a concern. Something to definitely consider when handling these. That about wraps it up. Thank you viewers for stopping by the channel. I will be uploading future content. I'll be covering reviews, tutorials, etc. I am a one-man band, so please be patient. My next review video will be NECA's 1990s live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2-pack, featuring Splinter the Turtle Sensei and Oroku Saki, aka the Shredder. Now time for some comparison shots to close out the production. This is Darkradar. Peace. Thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned and subscribe for future content.